Today on Monkey Life, Orangutan DNA Results Day. But will it reveal who's the daddy?
We're sort of hopeful that the result is going to be that it's Gordon's gin.
The team grow concerned when golden-cheeked gibbons Peanut and Peng Yo try out their newly renovated forest enclosure.
She's certainly not right. She looks like she's lost a lot of muscle mass.
And a prickly problem for the ring-tailed lemurs. Monkey World in Dorset, buried deep in the English countryside, is the largest sanctuary of its kind on the planet. The team, led by Dr. Alison Cronin, rescue and rehabilitate abused and unwanted primates from all over the world.
You just never know how it's going to work.
The park provides a home for more than 260 primates from 24 different species. A genetics laboratory in North Wales is undertaking a special task today. The lab specialises in human DNA testing for personal, legal and forensic needs. And they've just received 4 samples from a source they've never tested before. 3 of them are from the park and are DNA swabs from orangutans Awan, Tuan and Gordon. The 4th, from Wingham Wildlife Park in Kent, is DNA from male orangutan Jin, a former Monkey World resident.
We do about 200 of these samples a day, all of them human. These are our first orangutan ones that we've had. So yeah, we were confident that we'd be able to get some markers for them. I think it was about 97% of DNA that they share in common with us. So we're hopeful that we will be able to get a conclusive result.
The team at North Gene Laboratory have been researching the possibility of extracting orangutan DNA and have discovered a number of markers appearing in both humans and orangutans. These will enable them to build a profile of each animal. The aim of the test is to ensure 12-year-old orangutan Awan and young adult male Jin, who now lives at Wingham, aren't related. The pair grew up together after Xiao Kuai adopted Awan when her mum rejected her. The plan is for Awan to move to be with Jin, but only if they don't have the same father. The move is on hold until the team can confirm the orangutan's paternity. Awan is definitely Tuan's daughter, but Jin's father needs to be confirmed, because Xiao Kuai lived with both Tuan and Gordon around the time of Jin's conception. As no one wants an adult brother and sister living together, DNA is the only way to be certain they're unrelated.
They wanted to be sure that there was no common parent, so we were certain that we could potentially do it after our initial research.
DNA is a molecule containing a genetic code unique to every individual. The information coded in DNA is hereditary, meaning it passes from parent to child. Once the swabs have been analysed, the results are viewed and compared on a computer. If any of the animals share the same peaks, the likelihood is they're related. And with Jin and Gordon, it looks as if it's a positive result.
It's incredibly exciting that we've been able to get a conclusive result for both orangutans. I think I best go give Alison a call.
Charlotte and Hannah make a video call to Alison to break the news.
We're sort of hopeful that the result is going to be that it's Gordon's gin, as opposed to the other way around. We'll have to wait and hear from you guys.
So I can confirm that from the analysis we performed that it is very strongly supportive that out of the 2 potential fathers for Jin, that Gordon is in fact the most likely to be Jin's father, and Tuan is most likely to be Awan's father.
All right, so Awan's free to go meet Jin then. That's fantastic. Well, we'll look forward to getting your reports, and I'll let Marcus at Wingham know as well.
The result is what Alison expected and hoped for.
It's just good to know that if Awan and Jin are to have any offspring, and we'll see, you know, maybe they will, maybe they won't. But if they do, they're unrelated individuals, and actually probably far more unrelated than a lot of other orangutans within the European population that's been established for so long. So, you know, Tuan, Gordon are very important individuals genetically, and we just need to make sure we're doing the right thing with them.
Also waiting for the results is Marcus Wilder, the curator of Wingham Wildlife Park.
Jin is actually most closely related to Gordon and not Tuan. So that is what we had suspected from the very beginning, and it means that the recommendation for Awan to come to you to be with Jin is all good.
Good.
Yeah.
Very nice.
No, we're really pleased because that'll be a much easier journey for her, and
Definitely.
and those two are probably so far unrelated from their parents being wild caught and so on, that's a good thing.
That's perfect.
Awan can now move to Wingham Wildlife Park and be reunited with her old friend and now possible mate, Jin. Alison has mixed emotions.
It's never easy to let individuals go, that, especially individuals that have been born here. You know, we bring on these young orangutans, and you become involved in their lives, and we're their guardians, so it's always difficult to let them go. But it's an important thing to do, and we can't keep all of them, and we just make sure that we provide them with the best opportunities we can. So it's the way life rolls around here, trying to do the best thing for all of our captive orangutans and others that need our support.
Down at Malagasy, primate care staff member Ali is preparing a colourful but prickly treat for the park's small troop of ring-tailed lemurs.
Come on.
He's been harvesting fresh gorse, which is currently in flower and grows in abundance around the park, and putting the prickly stems into baskets.
That is spiky. There we go, that's one ball. Hello, everybody.
He's suspending them along a rope to make it that bit trickier, and encourage the mainly ground-dwelling lemurs to use their arboreal skills.
Hopefully they're all coming over now, good stuff.
He's barely finished distributing the brightly coloured scent-filled baskets before the lemurs come running.
They smell good. This is flowering gorse, so it's, you can see it's very colourful. It's also very spiky, so there's a lot of interesting dynamics going on here with this one. We've also put a little bit of scatter in there, just something to, pique their interests. And this at the moment is obviously very colourful, it's very yellow, and it smells fantastic too. So hopefully this will trigger a few of their behaviours.
The troop of 8 is currently split into 2 subgroups. Troublesome young twins Kurt and Friedrich have been picking on the older boys, Himal, Indiana, and Sirius. As a result, they now take it in turns to use the outdoor area, while the others remain in the caged enclosure. Today, Kurt and Friedrich have been joined by Al, Renton, and the dominant only female, Fennel. As an additional treat, Ali is giving the small group a scatter of banana, dried fruit, and nuts. But if they want it, they're going to have to find a way through the prickly gorse balls.
So we'll give them stuff like this, any form of enrichment really, to stimulate as many natural behaviours as we can. That's the whole point of enrichment, that's what we aim to do in captivity. We can't make it 100% natural, obviously, so we need to, add little bits and bobs that will trigger something that makes them behave in a natural way.
The approach is certainly working with the twins, They're young and confident and determined to discover what's concealed by the prickly gorse, using their long pointed muzzles and excellent sense of smell as they search. The oldest in the troop is Renton, who's 25. These days he takes the easy option, letting the younger males do the hard work while he picks up any scraps that fall to the ground. Renton is still extremely close to his sister Fennel, who's 2 years younger. She's still very agile and active, quickly tracking down the treats. Al is the other young male outside today. Very little is known about his background, but his broken tail suggests he suffered severe trauma during his time in the pet trade. He's adapted incredibly well, but struggles to compete with the more dominant males when it comes to food.
Al is at the bottom. He normally gets displaced off food. He normally gets displaced off enrichment like this, and you know, he's had a pretty rough start. He's got a broken tail, so it's at a complete right angle, and that you'd think that would stop him, but his balance is fantastic. He's really good at balancing on the rope, up in the trees. It doesn't seem to slow him down at all, and because he's got that good balance, it means he can reach the stuff that a lot of the other guys wouldn't particularly bother with, and that, you know, that gives him a chance to interact with the enrichment as well as the others.
Ring-tailed lemurs are well adapted to tackling prickly and hard-to-reach food sources. Their padded hands and feet allow them to reach into spiky areas, and their thick fur also acts as a protective barrier. Ring-tailed lemurs have a very good sense of smell, with a wet nose at the end of their long muzzles, which helps them find flowering plants. In the wild, flowers make up 5% of a ring-tailed lemur's diet. Today, however, they seem more interested in the dried fruit and nuts Ali has put out, rather than the brightly coloured gorse flowers. But it's been a fun and active morning for the lemur troop, and rewarding for the primate care staff to see them mimicking the behaviour of wild lemurs in their faraway habitat of Madagascar. At Chimp Bart's outdoor enclosure, the primate care staff are preparing to bring the whole troop back together again. After 18 months of hard work, careful planning, and occasionally frustrating introductions, they're going to be reunited, with Argentine chimp Sasha now an integral member.
We're finally at this point with Bart's group now, where after over a year of ups and downs, trying to get everyone to be nice to Sasha, trying to get her to understand how to behave in the context of a whole group, we're finally at this point where everyone's going outside together for the first time, and yep, fingers crossed it's not going to be pure chaos and a year's worth of hard work isn't going to fall apart instantly, but I'm very optimistic. We've set it up in a good, positive way. I think she's at this point now. We wouldn't be going for it if we didn't think it was the right time, so just got to see what happens.
It's been a learning curve for Sasha and the primate care staff. The penultimate test came just a few weeks ago when the female was joined outside by tricky second-in-command, Gamba. It went smoothly, and since then, Sean and the team have been gradually adding more and more individuals to the mix, culminating with both Bart and Gamba outside with Sasha at the same time.
Bart is back in my good books now, so after months of driving me insane, of just being a perpetual toddler, just flat out basically he held up these intros for so long, everyone else was fine, and a lot of all these other old people like Buster and Cindy were trying to tell him she's okay, he just wouldn't accept it, and then finally he just seems to be okay with it now, to the point where if someone is giving her grief, he is coming over and he is dealing with it, and he is doing the whole dominant male thing. Like we've seen it just lately with Gamba and Sasha. Like to begin with, he ran in there and he walloped Gamba, and then after that he learned, oh, I don't actually need to go that far overboard with Gamba, I can just be here, and because I'm massive and he's a bit nervous of me, just me being here is going to make him behave. So he's learning as he goes along, so there's hope for him yet.
This morning, to distract the chimps and keep them occupied, the team have distributed a large amount of fresh browse along with their normal breakfast. They're also going to release the group from different slide locations. As usual, some of the more dominant individuals put on a bit of a noisy display. But Sasha is cautious and sensibly stays out of the way. Many of the females, like Beth, are keen to greet Bart and show respect. The dominant male demonstrates just how much he's matured, giving each some attention. Oranges seem the most popular choice for breakfast, with Bart collecting a leader's share.
Right now, this is actually really good. I mean, they've come out to a load of food, a load of browse. There's lots of nice scatter out there as well, so it's very exciting, but no one's kind of stopping Sasha, no one's going overboard, like just being too dramatic and trying to defend patches of food. Just everyone's nicely getting involved and stuff in their faces, which is great.
For the group in general, everything is back to normal, all outside together. But this is the first time Sasha's been outside with so many chimps at one time. Luckily, she seems to be taking everything in her stride.
It's taken her a while for her to get to this point, but she does understand now different things work with different people. I mean, we're going to see how it goes. This is the first day. We will watch this non-stop, see how her relationships are developing still in the context of the whole group, make sure no one's giving her aggravation, make sure she's still getting plenty of food at the feed times. But yeah, this will make things so much easier. So hopefully they'll be a lot more settled, we'll be a lot more settled, and, you know, our lives will just be easier.
The team are relieved, and the chimps are relaxed. There'll always be fracas and disagreement within chimp groups, but hopefully this group are now settled.
So yeah, this has really been just the longest intro I've ever been part of, and so many ups and downs. We've had moments when we thought, oh, we're nearly done here, and then other moments where we're just like, oh my God, this is never going to happen. She's going to have to go and live with Hananya. But it's great to finally see everyone's out, everyone's nice and quiet, we're all just stuffing their faces, everyone knows she's there, no one's going out the way to interfere with her. For now, everything's looking good, and hopefully I'm finally done with these introductions now.
At the Gibbon Support Building and Enclosure, it's a big day for golden-cheeked pair Peanut and Peng Yo. For the last few months, they've been confined to the indoor area and outside tunnels, while their tree-filled enclosure has undergone much-needed maintenance. The Great British weather delayed the finish date, but now it's ready, and the two gibbons are about to try it out for the first time.
As it is perfect time of year for them to go out now because they've been kept in during the winter months, so it's not really been an issue. But it's now the sun's coming out, all the new buds are starting to come through, so there's lots of lovely new browse in here, lots of lovely edible trees, nice spacious enclosures so they can move about and brachiate and just be gibbons. It'll be very exciting, I can't wait.
Alison's arrived to see what the long-established pair make of their revamped outdoor space. Time for primate care staff member Sarah to open up. The two golden-cheeked gibbons don't hold back. Peng Yo is straight up into the trees doing what gibbons do best, brachiating through the branches. Peanut is often a little slower than her gung-ho mate, but today she seems unusually cautious, stumbling a little.
She's moving very slowly.
The team are concerned with her movement.
Maybe she's just had some sort of injury. Maybe she's got arthritis. So that could be an arthritic thing.
Peanut. Yeah, she's struggling to walk there, eh?
It may be a short-term issue, but it could be something more serious.
She's approximately 27 years of age, but she's been fine while we've been doing the refurb outside. But we've let her out this morning, she came out fine, but she just seems to have gone a bit strange on her legs. So we're going to keep a close eye on her. And then we'll make a decision whether for today we bring her in and monitor her a bit closely inside where we have a bit more control. But yeah, we'll get some video footage of her moving so that the vet can analyse that way. And then we'll go from there. But no, Strange. Appetite's fine. Arms are fine. Strange.
She looks even weaker out here than inside, isn't she? Yeah, I'm not happy with that.
High in the trees, using her hands and arms to brachiate and move around, Peanut seems happier and more comfortable.
Bee!
But back on the ground, it's obvious she has a problem. The team are so concerned about the 27-year-old gibbon, animal director Jeremy has come to take a look.
She's certainly not right. She looks like she's lost a lot of muscle mass.
The team decide to call Peanut back indoors.
Puppy!
The worry is that if her condition worsens, the team won't be able to reach her quickly if she's outside. In the indoor enclosure and outdoor tunnel system, they'll be right on hand. The gibbons have regular operant conditioning sessions, so the primate care staff can examine them when needed. This allows Sarah to take a closer look.
Peanut, come here. Good girl. Hi, oh, back scratches. That's nice. Can we see your foot? Can we see your foot? Can we see your foot? Peanut. Give me your hand. Good girl. Good girl. Come here. Can we see your foot? Good girl. That's better. That's better. No reaction to pokies. Ah. Or was that sore, Puppet? Okay. Was it the ankle?
Something isn't right. Until they hear back from the vet, Peanut will be kept indoors so the staff can keep a close eye on her. It'll be a worrying time for the gibbon team until they can find out what's going on. Next time on Monkey Life. Alison makes plans to rehome partially paralysed chimp Chocolat following a visit from her elderly owner.
At 23 years old, you know, she's still got potentially another 30 years if she does well to live, Chocolat.
And baby silvered langur Dieppe moves into a new home.